Paul Malloy, host of Freedom Works, The Paul Malloy Show. I hope you'll join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, here on the Tantalk Radio Network, where we strive to bring you the libertarian perspective on political events of the day. There's no show quite like Freedom Works, with in-depth interviews, our ultimate top 10 list, and so much more. So join us for Freedom Works, The Paul Malloy Show, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 to 11 a.m. here on the Tantalk Radio Network.
This is the Tantalk Radio Network.
It's now time for Connecting Caregivers with author, speaker, caregiver advocate, and talk show host Linda Burhans, the gal who cares for caregivers.
The caregivers around the world today, it's time to lift you up. It's time to celebrate. Good afternoon and welcome to Connecting Caregivers with me, Linda Burhans, the gal who cares for the caregivers with love, laughter, and lessons learned on the show where you can find help and hope. How you doing, Miss Ed?
Keeping warm.
Oh my God, my
Don't get
nose
to say
is
that
running
very
this
often,
morning.
you know?
I don't even want to hear it.
I was walking my dog. I'm like, go, Charlie, go. Go, Charlie, go. It was cold.
Poor dog. You know how cold it is when your booty touches the cold grass like that.
Oh, my
you know?
goodness. I know. I feel so bad for him.
And make sure you stay in the sun.
Yeah. Make sure you stay in this. I will, at certain times of the day when I walk the dog, I know where the most sun is. Like, I need to go this way or that way. It makes a big difference. And with me, as always, I have my best friend, co-host, and sidekick, not psychic, Lynn Thornley.
Good afternoon.
How are you today?
It's good. I'm glad to be here. I wasn't coming. It was a little nippy out, and I thought, maybe I stay home till in the afternoon.
Yeah, but I go pick you up, and we have matching outfits.
I know. Always. It's crazy. We
90%
never wear.
of the times we have matching outfits. We never pick it. We never nothing. I mean, I will say we're really like good into black and white. If
Yeah.
we do that. But like
We never wear beige and brown.
never.
Marie,
kind of a day.
Marie and I don't have that problem.
No.
I hope not. I would like to see you in roses.
It was a little chilly. So I'd like to give a shout out to our newest listeners. We have Cece in Clearwater, Judy in Largo, and Martha in Dunedin.
Welcome, ladies.
And like I always say, there's plenty of room around the Connecting Caregivers table for more listeners, whether you listen when we're live on AM, FM, or on YouTube, or on Facebook, or on my website, or wherever will take us. We're just here to help in any
Wherever
way you can.
they're lucky enough to have us.
Yes. But I want you to always know, if you have a question, if you have a concern, first of all, you can call into the station at 727-441-3000, or you can go to my website, lindaburhans.com, and send me your question or your concern, whatever it is. And if I don't have the answer, I will find someone who does. I'm very blessed to be in this Tampa Bay community where professionals want to work together and want to make the best for everybody. So nobody's going to leave you flat. And that's really important, because if you Google it, they'll tell you you're going to be dead tomorrow. So just let me know if there's anything you need. So I'm excited today to have our guests on the show. Maria, we've known each other for a long time, you're with the Clearwater Free Clinic, which I knew nothing about. And Tony, how do you say your last name?
Degina.
Degina. So I'm so glad that you come here today. So tell me, like, what's your 60-second about the Clearwater Free Clinic?
Well, the Clearwater Free Clinic is a volunteer-driven nonprofit organization that provides comprehensive health care to low-income, uninsured residents in Mid to North Pinellas County. That's it in a nutshell.
How important is that?
Super important, especially these days where more and more people do not have health insurance. We're able to, help them through their healthcare journey.
It breaks my heart that someone as a senior should not be able to have health care.
Right.
Should not be able to have attention. I don't know if you know about Samaritan's Feet.
I do not.
Okay, so Samaritan's Feet was a project. It's an organization that started a while back. So this gentleman lived in, I don't know, a foreign country, and he never had a pair of shoes.
Wow.
And some man came there, some philanthropist, and got him all shoes. And at 7 years old, he got a pair of shoes. And he said that pair of shoes changed his life. So he ended up coming to the United States. He ended up becoming very successful. And he went back to his town, and still nobody had no shoes.
Wow.
So he got shoes for all the kids. And he continues to do that. But a couple of years ago, he decided, what about our seniors that need shoes?
Mm-hmm.
So they had an event. It was probably 6 weeks ago that I was part of helping. And we're going to continue to do this, where seniors the week before went and got measured for shoes. And they came in that day, and we fitted them with new shoes. And I remember this one lady coming into me, and she had on like the rattiest slippers I ever saw.
Mm-hmm.
And she put those shoes on. Oh,
Yeah.
it was like, so we need to, and I need to hook you up with those people. We need to hook up everybody together.
Absolutely.
Because how important is that?
Mm-hmm.
How important is that? So tell me a little bit how this started.
Sure. So the Clearwater Free Clinic is 48 years young.
48 years, and I'm
Yes.
just hearing about it.
Yeah.
Been in the Clearwater community all of that time. At our present location since 2018. And as Maria said, we care for the low-income uninsured of our communities in all of that area, from Park Boulevard in the south to the Northern County line. We have comprehensive care that really puts our arms around our patients, make sure that they understand how they can get healthy, what they need to do, and provide the primary care, the specialty care, the behavioral health care, and the social service support
It's a
that they
big
need.
package.
It is. I've been in healthcare for 42 years, and this is by far the best healthcare I've ever been a part of, that I've ever personally seen.
Oh my God,
Wow.
you just gave me goosebumps when you said that. Because that's very exciting, because that's not what you hear.
No, it's.
You know what's going on out there.
Oh yeah.
You know, you have a senior. I have an 85-year-old woman taking care of her 90-year-old husband, and things are going on, and she can't get any answers on the phone, and she can't push all those buttons, and she can't this. So what happens? Nothing happens.
Now, one thing you've mentioned seniors a couple of times, so just to be clear in terms of who we serve, we serve up until 64 because it's a requirement that you be uninsured once you turn 65.
Then you can
become
get health,
Medicare.
right.
So we do have some very emotional transitions out of the clinic.
Yeah.
Patients that have been with us for 20 years, they're like family.
You do kids too?
Yes, we do kids.
So tell me a little bit more about that.
So we are truly blessed to have 5 pediatricians that come to our clinic every Wednesday morning from 8 to noon, whether there's a patient scheduled or not.
Wow.
And
I'm sure there are plenty scheduled though.
well, again, the way healthcare works in not just our community, but
In the world.
pediatric patients typically have some kind of insurance, be that Medicaid or CHIP. So
Healthy kids or whatever.
right.
Yeah.
So there aren't that many children, but we're out there, letting every organization we can know, certainly the schools. And when you talk about a new mover, a family moving into the community, even though their child will get Medicaid or CHIP, it may take 3 months.
Yeah.
It could take 6 months.
Yeah.
So we're out there saying we can fill that gap for the child and for the family if they also don't happen to have insurance.
Well, you know what? It's tough whether you have children or whether you have a mom or whether it's yourself, and finding help and knowing what is out there. So what sets you guys apart from everybody else?
I think what really sets us apart is just how comprehensive the care is. So you get to be cared for by nurse practitioners that work with us, primary care doctors that volunteer with us. Most every specialty is available to you through the volunteerism.
huge.
Yeah, and behavioral health to support that need as well. So when you wrap all of that together, what makes us really special is that our patients do exceptionally well. When you look at some of the
Shows in the numbers.
some of the outcomes that I
Yeah.
can speak to. So 97% of our patients, once they find us, do not have to return to an emergency department for episodic
huge.
care. right? So I'm an old hospital guy. I don't have any issues with a hospital emergency department, but it's not meant to take care of chronic illnesses. So when we get patients whose diabetes are out of control, their hypertension issues, etc., we get them, as I mentioned earlier. I love saying this. We put our arms around them. We give them all of the tools, be that the clinical care and the supportive care, to be successful. And so they don't have to return to the emergency department. They get well. We become their medical home. And
they don't have to sit home just suffering.
Yeah. And so at the same time, 94% of our patients use us as their only source of medical care.
That's
so
huge.
Again, we're becoming that medical home, and we're caring for a group of patients that is a niche that really hasn't been solved in this country,
right?
Right?
In the crack there somewhere.
The working uninsured. They make too much money to get Medicaid
Right.
or other public assistance, but not enough to have health insurance. So we're there for them.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Well, I'm just thinking. So my daughter and granddaughter own a residential home cleaning service, and they have women that work for them, and they try to do their hours. So when the kids are, but I don't think some of them have any medical care.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad to learn about this and how many other people I can talk about it, because no one should, especially in the United States of America,
Right.
no one should be without that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the other really important aspect about what we do is we are a true free clinic. We do not bill for anything. So we need the support of the community.
Yeah, I was going to say, so who pays you?
Yeah. So through donations, fundraisers, and grants that we write, that's how we fund our operation.
Wow.
And because of the support we have no debt on any of our
That's huge.
overhead. We have only 27 staff for this big operation that we have, and the rest is filled by incredible volunteers.
Yeah.
So about 180 volunteers, 60 plus of
That's
which,
huge.
yeah,
What, medical professional
well,
volunteers?
60 plus are medical, and the other 100 are wonderful people in the community that help us run the clinic on a day-to-day basis. They staff registration, they staff intake, they do other
And you
important
know
work
what?
for
That's
us.
good for them too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you located?
We're located in Clearwater at the corner of Missouri and Gulf to Bay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So if somebody wanted to come there, how does it start?
Well, it can start in a couple of ways. You can call and
And the
talk.
number is?
The number is 727-447-3041.
So we have a team.
Yeah, good job. So you can call, or if you go on our website, which is www.clearwaterfreeclinic.org, there is a pathway for a new patient to begin the process. Okay.
And to see more about you.
Yes.
So they're hearing this on the show, and now I need to tell my girlfriend,
Right.
or whoever. So now I know I can go to the website,
Yes.
and we can get, besides listening to the show, and then get some information.
Mhm.
All right, so let's go from there.
So once you make a connection with us, we go through the process. You become a new patient. Your journey with us starts with one of our primary care providers. Most likely, one of the amazing nurse practitioners that we employ will be your start. But we also do have some volunteer primary care providers as well. We once there, most of our patients have had very little health care. So
Yeah.
what comes of that initial appointment is 9 to 12 referrals to deal with issues. So whether it's a referral to a specialty provider, labs and x-rays that
Right.
are necessary to further the diagnosis.
Dermatologist or a podiatrist.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah, I could list. Yeah, we have cardiology.
That's huge.
Yeah, we have dermatology, rheumatology. We have ENT, which is amazing. Ear, nose, and throat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We have GI. So, just go down the list. We have just about everything. Now, they're volunteers, so they may come to see us, come have office hours once a month.
Right.
So, you have to wait. But when you look at how long people wait that have insurance,
Oh,
It's our
please.
wait times are really quite good.
And we serve about 1,000 patients a year.
wow.
So we're quite a big facility.
That is big.
Yeah.
So you receive your revenue from sponsors, supporters, fundraisers. So do you have any fundraisers coming up?
We do.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it,
Yes, I
Maria?
do. So a week from Saturday, January 24th, it's our largest fundraiser. It's our 23rd annual Martinis and Matisse. And
Martinis and what?
Martinis and Matisse. So
What's
cocktails
Matisse?
and art. It's an
Matisse is
artist.
an
too.
artist.
Yes. And
Okay.
none of us really knew that until we started working there. So don't feel bad. So basically what it is, it's an art lottery. And we get artists from all over the country that donate works of art
How nice.
that are valued at $300 or more. So we've got paintings, we have sculptures, we have jewelry, we have all kinds of different artwork.
What's
It's
fun?
amazing. So it's
Oh,
all
that is.
donated.
You
And
said
then-
jewelry.
And there's jewelry, yeah, really nice jewelry. And then it's held every year at the Frank Crum Building, which is
Which
a block.
is?
It's just a block away from us. They do healthcare, employee benefits, and they're literally a block away from us. So it's
a
great.
beautiful campus.
Beautiful
Yeah.
campus, yeah. And they donate the space to us, which we're
Nice.
very grateful for. And because it's such a large event, we are inside and outside. So we have tent set up, we have heaters, we have chandeliers, we have the whole bit. So we get local restaurants that donate food and beverages.
Nice.
Yep. So we, Martinis, Bonefish donates martinis. We have Baystar, they do the beer and wine. Green Bench donates some beer. We have some.
I love our community.
Yeah, we've got really nice top-notch restaurants that come out and donate little light bites of food. We have desserts. We have Cuban sandwiches and cigars. And then we have live music. This year we have 3 different kinds of musical entertainment. We have a cellist.
Next year you need a comedian.
Yes, yeah, we'll have to work that in.
Yeah,
Well,
that's,
when you hear about the event, it's a little different than most other events. But we have a cellist this year. We have a 4-piece band, and then we have a guitar player. And all this takes place, and there are between 800 and 900 attendees. It's a huge event.
Wow.
And
Wow.
because it's so big, it's not a seated event where everybody's sitting down. So we do have tables and chairs available, but mostly you're mingling, you're looking at the artwork, you're grabbing your light bites. So with that being said, we don't really have an audience, where anybody's watching us.
Right.
So there's no, like we like to say, there's no rubber chicken dinners, there's no boring speeches, there's no auctions. It's a lot different than the fundraisers that you're used
Normally
to.
go to, yeah.
The money comes in mostly from our generous sponsors that sponsor the event. And then we do, sell some individual tickets. But most of our money is raised before we even get there. And then that night we sell lottery tickets to win the artwork. So basically every admission ticket, which is $300 for an individual, you get 5 lottery tickets. And then all of the artwork is displayed gallery-like. So it's all really nicely hung on the
So
walls
do you
with
just buy a
curtains.
ticket and you win any prize, or do you
No,
get to
No,
pick
you,
what
you
you
Yes,
get
want?
to, you
right.
put in where you want.
Yeah, we
I
have
think that's a big deal
that's
about
where
that.
that's where
Yeah.
the martinis comes in, because each piece of artwork has a podium with a giant martini glass in front of it. So you put your
Put your
lottery
ticket in
ticket,
there,
which
yeah.
has your name on it, you put that in front of the piece that you want to win. And then at 9:15, we go around and we draw tickets. And if your name is drawn, you can walk home with that piece of artwork.
How
So it's
nice.
really exciting because you might win one thing, you might win 5 things, you might win
Right.
nothing. It's kind of like a luck of the draw, and you're winning what you want because you put that
Yeah,
in
that's
there.
what I like
So
about
everybody
that.
goes home and they're happy about it, and it's just a fabulous event. Everybody has a really great time, and because it's low overhead, we get so much of it donated. We really get to raise
Yeah.
nearly 20% of our operating budget for the year.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if somebody wants to come to that, what do they do?
Well, it's kind of like crunch time. I would say right now after the show,
Thanks.
I would go to, we have a special website set up. It's martinisandmatisse.com.
Okay.
So if you go to martinismatisse.com, you can purchase tickets online there. And, but I would do it today because
Okay.
we are really close to selling out.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
And
it's-
I
One of
It's
the other
$300 a ticket.
It's $300 a ticket. Yeah, it's all tax deductible.
Wow.
Yeah.
one of the other things is that you have the opportunity, if the artist has the opportunity to be there. So if you
Kinda
want to
fun.
know something about the piece that
Or
you're
you can chat
interested
with
in, you
somebody.
can,
That's
you
kinda
can talk
fun.
with the artist. So
Mhm.
So
And nice
Matisse
for the
will be
artist.
there?
well, no, Matisse. No, we tried to get one of the grandchildren to come, but maybe
but that's
next maybe
fun.
next year.
And that's fun for the artist, because as
It
an
is.
artist, you love having conversation with someone that likes your artwork and everything. And I love the part about putting it. We just did a fundraiser with my Kiwanis group last weekend, a pickleball tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And we had all these gift baskets, and it was like, put it in where you
Right.
want. And it was great because if you get to choose the things you like the most,
Mhm.
that's pretty cool. And my granddaughter, like the one she wanted the most, she won it.
She did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a whole Italian basket with like wine and pasta and sauce and this beautiful olive oil out. I was like, what night are you inviting me over for dinner? So it's so good. But right now it's time to hear from our wonderful sponsors, because you know the deal. If you don't hear from them, you don't hear from me. So don't go away. We'll be right back on Connecting Caregivers Radio.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Arden Courts is not just a place to live. It's a place to call home. Residential living combined with quality caregiving. This is the philosophy behind Arden Courts. Communities created exclusively for individuals with Alzheimer's disease and related dementia who would benefit from a safe and structured environment. For additional information about any of the unique services Arden Courts provides, call 888-478-2410 to locate a community nearest you. Inquire about our educational seminars, resource library, or support groups, or simply feel free to ask questions you may have about Alzheimer's and related dementias. At Arden Courts, we know, we understand, and we can help because memory care is all we do. Remember, call 888-478-2410 for additional information about any of the unique services Arden Courts provides.
Are you getting older, or are you taking care of somebody who is? You know, getting older creates new problems you probably never imagined. One of the big ones is, how do you pay for care? Care in your home, care in an assisted living facility, or care in a nursing home. Did you know that nursing home care in our community can cost up to $12,000 per month? For the last 33 years, our office has helped families access benefits, including Medicaid, VA, and PACE, to help pay for the cost of long-term care. Regardless of what your assets are or what your income is, you can qualify for these benefits. Proper planning and guidance are absolutely necessary to avoid being wiped out. Let us help. If you are in care or heading in that direction, we can help solve that problem. Take action now to obtain benefits to pay for the cost of care. Here are the 4 things that you need to do. 1, get a new power of attorney. Your old one probably isn't good enough. Get a healthcare surrogate and a living will. 3, get an estate plan that will not disqualify you from benefits. And 4, get a plan to qualify for Medicaid, PACE, or VA benefits to pay for the long-term care costs. Call us today for a free consultation. 727-539-0181, or go to flmedicaid.com and download our free book on Medicaid and planning for long-term care. I'm Sean Scott. I'm here to help.
Guaranteed to make you laugh through your tears, Linda Burhan's book, Good Night and God Bless, is filled with humor and heartfelt inspiration to aid anyone facing the challenge of caring for a loved one at the end of life. Her story offers hope for human strength and understanding of weaknesses during a difficult time. Life doesn't normally prepare us to become a loved one's caregiver. When it happens, it's usually sudden. A diagnosis of an illness, age-related frailty, dementia, and life suddenly is anything but normal. And because we don't even know what we don't know, where do we turn to for help or guidance? In Connecting Caregivers, answers to the questions you didn't know you needed to ask, Linda offers information, education, and inspiration from her own experience and from experts whose advice, practical tools, and personal stories will empower and guide you. Make sure to add these inspiring books to your collection today. Available on Amazon.com.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
And we are back. So let's talk about some exciting things that are happening at the Clearwater Free Clinic.
So we have a really exciting new building we're going to be putting in service later this year, and it's going to be our comprehensive wellness center. So, you know, we, as I mentioned earlier, we do a great job with getting our patients well, and this new wellness center will continue that journey with us. So once we get them well, we're now going to keep them well. They'll get the ability to do exercise classes, stretching, yoga, we'll have physical and occupational therapy doing body mechanics and work like that. So it will really help the patient continue to be
Well, it's so
healthy.
important that when you start feeling well, that you can continue on that path. You know, I was saying to you during break, I just joined the YMCA. Curves is closing down. I call it the old ladies' gym. That's where I go. But there are women that come there that are 90 years old. And believe me, they're not jumping around.
Mhm.
They're just doing a little bit of exercise, but they're
They're
also
moving.
socializing.
Yeah.
And they're
They got out
moving.
of the house.
Right.
We have a story. I'll make it quick.
Please
but
take your time.
It's a patient story that
I love stories.
Yeah, that kind of helps frame our vision for the wellness center. So we have a husband and father I think in his 40s, come to us, diabetes, hypertension, overweight. To his credit, he jumps in with our medical care. He's following and doing what he needs to do. He gets referred to our healthy living program and begins to learn what to eat, how to cook it, all of those things that are
What's
important
good,
for
what's
health.
bad.
Mm-hmm.
Along the way, his wife sees that he's losing weight and says,
Feeling better.
I want to get involved. So now she's learning how to cook, and they have 2 daughters who are also benefiting. Now they're a family of 4 walking together, doing exercise and the like. But when we heard about this young man, we heard about it from a letter from a nurse practitioner at the ED at Meese Countryside. And the letter said, that she just saw Mr. Jones, make up the name, and he was raving about the care at the Clearwater Free Clinic, and she was really happy because she had referred him in the first place. Well, we're all getting ready to celebrate until we step back and say, well, wait, why was he in the emergency department, right? We pride ourselves on saying you don't go, right? Well, turns out he was feeling so good that he went and got himself a gym membership, started working out, and hurt his back. And that's why he was back in the ED. So he's kind of that story kind of frames where we know that when we get people healthier, we need to continue the journey with them.
Yeah. And continue the path. So do you guys do anything with chiropractic or anything like that?
We do. We have a chiropractic program.
I think that's so important, because it makes me think. I go to the chiropractor every Monday morning, and I believe that's what helps part of keeping me healthy in my routine. But that's rarely offered to people that cannot afford it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They can get physical therapy, they can get occupational therapy, all of those things to
And it's so important. Years ago, my granddaughter's wedding was the night before the COVID shutdown.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Some people flew out the day of the wedding and said, sorry, we can't come. We're afraid. But the last night of the wedding, I fell and I broke my wrist.
Oh.
And it's COVID. Nobody hardly even wants to see me. But make a long story short, I have a cast on for a while. The doctor takes the cast off, and I go, am I going for physical therapy? He goes, no, just move your. I said, no, I want physical therapy because at that time I could only raise my fingers that high. Now you can see I can raise them all the way up.
Sure.
So get your physical therapy, whether it's covered by your insurance or not. It's crucial, and you need to demand it.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. Following through on any of those treatment plans are so important because you get part way, and if you stop, it's just not going to work out.
You're going back to day one.
Yeah.
Speaking of COVID, that's one of our facts too, is that we never closed down. Obviously, we couldn't have all the providers there and all the patients, but we never closed our doors. We had our staff nurse practitioners that were there seeing patients. We observed safety protocol, make sure it was one person at a time, in one door, out the other. We kept it, all sanitary, but we also offered telehealth. And we're able to continue doing telehealth referrals. And that was so popular that we still do that to this day for those people that can't get to our clinic, that have transportation issues.
There were gifts of COVID.
There were, yeah. And so that was one of them. But yeah, we never shut our doors.
Well, that's like with me. It's like COVID came. I couldn't do my support groups. I'm like, I need to touch people. I need to hug people. But then we went virtual, and I had caregivers from all over the United States and Canada that didn't have a caregiver support near them.
Mhm.
So they were good. And the virtual conferences.
Right.
That was a gift of COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do a lot of programming as well.
All right, talk to me about that. That's really important.
Yeah, so we do art therapy, music therapy. We have classes for living with anxiety and the like. We just some of our younger MSW interns did a YouTube live class on living with stress. And we had,
that's the #1 killer in America.
Yeah, we had something like over 200 folks participate.
Wow.
So it's new for us, but clearly something that we're going to continue to grow.
We also have a smoking cessation class, and that is open to anybody, not just Clearwater Free Clinic patients. So if there's any listeners out there that are trying to quit smoking, please come see us, because we give you all the tools you need. You get the gums, you get the patches, the lozenges, and the support. And so, come and check us out. And as what I understand, that the class is coming up. If you attend, you get a $50 gift card to Walmart. So why not just come get the gift card and maybe learn something along the way. So yeah, that's one of the things that we offer for the community.
Then we also have programming to support our healthy living programs. So diabetic education classes. I mentioned briefly
because you don't know what you don't know.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. And then cooking classes that in the new building, we're going to have a real teaching kitchen. So we're going to be able to demonstrate for our patients how to cook food. We have
and that's for all ages. So you have patients probably that are younger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That need to learn how to cook for their family.
Yeah, they've just grown up on fast food. They don't know any difference. And, it surprises us when we do these classes, how many people don't know about vegetables. They've never had vegetables. McDonald's. They've never had any food that wasn't fried. It's like a whole new world for them, and things that we just take for granted every day. A lot of people don't know. So that's where the education comes in.
Well, and plus the cost. You know how much fast food costs.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, all food is expensive. Yeah. Yes.
But fast food used to be cheap.
It used to be cheap, but it's not anymore.
No.
When I grew up, all we had was A&W actually in Canada. But we never went. I mean, that was
once a month, maybe, or your birthday or something.
Never.
No, I never went as a kid either. Just like you, never. No.
You didn't
go out to eat. My mother made.
Well, those days you went home, whatever was on the table, eat it or starve.
You eat it, right?
And you ate it. Today they have too many choices. Right?
Or they let them get away with it.
Well, it's because of what they've taught them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I love to see that, because that's, once again, I go back to Kiwanis. We deal with different people. I went in and gave a cooking class this one time for young moms.
Nice.
And they just didn't know.
Yeah.
Like they could probably make a dinner in $5.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, it's so helpful to learn those things.
Yeah. So
I remember my mother used to go, she takes a family out for hamburgers. And this is before it was really expensive.
Yeah.
And it was, they were on sale. It only cost for the 5 of us $25. My mother said you could have bought a pound of hamburger meat.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I made it. And it's true. And back then, not like it is today. But I remember paying 49 cents a pound. I guess I'm a
and I paid 35 cents a gallon for gas.
Yeah, me too. When it went up to 60, I thought I'd have a heart attack.
Yes, but it's true. There's so many things to be learned. And the most important thing I think about this too is if you don't have your health, you have nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
You have nothing else. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care whatever you have if you don't have your health. Yeah. And we have choices about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And, we are constantly working with our patients on any other social issues that they might have.
Yeah.
And one of the most frequent things we run into is transportation.
Yeah.
That is difficult. Yeah. We're on the bus. We're purposely there on the bus line with a bus stop to make it as easy as possible. But when you have to take 3 different buses to come to an appointment,
it's exhausting.
It is. So we're constantly working, and we give bus passes to those that are really in need and can't afford it to help support that as well.
So if anybody's listening out there and you have like a taxi cab company or something, and you would like to do some good things, I
like
think you
that.
should contact them where? What's the phone number?
The phone number is 727-447-3041.
You know what? There may be somebody that just says, you know what? I want to volunteer a little bit. And I have insurance on my car, and I wouldn't mind picking up somebody every now and then and taking them. But if you have a taxi cab company, it would be even better.
Yeah.
But think about it. Because many times people are listening to this show and like, I would like to do something, but I don't know what to do. And this isn't my real thing. Well, for some people, just giving somebody a ride could be your real thing. And not just that, it could help them and it could help you too. Because you might just be sitting home watching your TV, being kind of bored. You don't have nobody to talk to.
Yeah, that's great. But for the listeners that
Yeah.
may be able to financially support us,
Yes.
there's a couple of things I'd like them to know.
Yes.
One of those things is that for every dollar invested in us, it returns $5.50 in services to the patients. So an incredible value proposition for anyone who is maybe wanting to support an organization and looking to make sure that their dollars are meaningful. And to say it another way, 93
That's
cents.
the number I like.
93 cents out of every dollar, it goes to patient care.
And that's huge. That's huge because, you know, we were talking about that during the break too. There's a lot of places that you can donate your money to. And there's lots of fabulous causes. I'm not putting anybody down, but investigate before you donate your money to make sure that the most money as possible is going to get back to what's really needed. Because there are some big fundraiser people, I don't say names, that, you know, it's like 32 cents goes back. That's not what I want to do because I work really hard for my money.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mind donating, but I want to know when I donate.
I remember years ago I made a donation to something. It wasn't the Sunshine Kids. It was something for kids, and it was a lot of money for me at the time, $100. And then they showed on the TV, 7 cents are going to the kids. And
Oh,
Yeah.
so I give to certain ones I know now. But yeah, I thought that was like.
Yeah, so I just suggest that whoever you're donating to, find out those statistics before you donate.
Yeah.
Because you want to give back the best shit you can give back. You know, I always say if I won the big lotto, okay, first thing I get myself is a plane and a pilot. I don't have to own them. I could just rent them because I want to go, hey, Ralph, I want to go to Brooklyn tomorrow. And then I just want to fly around the world finding good causes and give them money.
Yay.
What fun would that be?
That would be awesome. Yeah.
But you don't know because, you know, there's a lot of people that have a lot of wealth. What are you going to do with it?
right.
Right. Let's go out. Let's go out to do good causes. Let's find people that are doing good things because there are people everywhere doing really good stuff that just need a little help.
Yeah.
And maybe just that little $5,000 or $10,000 could make a whole big difference to
Huge
a whole
difference.
lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So can anybody just come visit you? Do you ever have like open houses?
Well, that's
or anything?
yeah.
So Lynn and I need to go there.
Yes,
Yeah, we
yeah. We're there Monday
love
through
giving
Thursday,
tours.
and we love giving tours. But you do need to, give us a heads up and plan ahead because we're always
So you
in
put
and
your
out
nice
doing
clothes
things.
on?
No, honestly, it's really. I mean, you really could drop in at any given day. Don't
get
do
it.
this,
Yeah.
but you could, and it would be exactly as when it is tour day. It's not like we do something special to tour
Right.
people. It's like this every day. It's just a fabulous place. We love giving tours because you really have no idea just how fabulous we are until you see it with your own eyes. Just from the moment you walk in the door and all the people that we work with, all the
Well, I can
volunteers,
see your
smiling
enthusiasm.
faces.
I know.
I can't hide my enthusiasm for what I do.
Yeah.
And
We have
Where
to
I
go
work.
see it.
Yeah.
Especially now that we're under 64,
but
Well,
no,
my children that are under 64 have to be healthy so they can take care of me.
There you go.
yeah. So please, anybody that's interested in a tour, please give me a call. I'd love for them to do that.
And the phone number.
And my
is?
direct line, the number I've been giving out is the number to the
Right.
clinic
Mhm.
for all your general questions. But if you want to reach me to ask about a special event, to inquire about volunteering, or to get a tour, my direct line, 727-331-8136.
Well, it's like I have to say, I've known you for a long time, and I know we've been at different places you worked before, but I've never seen this enthusiasm from you as I do to see here.
It's a special place.
Yeah.
It really is. like I said earlier, the best place I've ever been around.
How did you get into it?
Well, I was lucky enough to my predecessor, who was there for 26 years, so very stable and responsible for a lot of the things that we're talking about, decided to retire, and they engaged a headhunter, and they found me.
Wow!
And I couldn't be more blessed.
You never know, do you?
No, you
that's
don't.
Probably weren't exactly what you were looking for, was it?
I wasn't looking for anything. I was quite frankly semi-retired and just doing some consulting work. And I knew about the clinic from being, in healthcare in the area. So I jumped at the chance to interview, and I was again blessed to be chosen.
And you've been there how long?
It'll be 2 years in March. So I'm still new.
So you're semi-retired-ish?
Not anymore.
Not anymore, no. Not even close now.
No. Now it's in.
That's what's keeping you young.
It is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And one other thing we should mention is we couldn't do what we do with also our community partners. Whether it's we talked about the physicians, but an example would be Baycare. So Baycare is an incredible supporter of ours. They provide us with some financial support, but even more so, they provide us with in-kind support. So all of our patients get to have their labs and X-rays done for free through Baycare.
We go through Baycare.
Yeah. So I just would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to them. And of course, there are many others. There's a long list of partners that we work with. And we, like I said, we couldn't do it without them.
That's why I say I love this Tampa Bay community.
Yeah.
People really want to reach out and help.
One of the other things we didn't get to talk about yet is we have a medication room. So, it's one thing to have an illness, but then you get prescriptions, and who can afford prescriptions these days, right? Wow. So we have a medication room. So all of our patients get their medications for free. And we carry just about everything. Yeah, and they get it there. Exactly.
That's what happens.
Right.
They go to a doctor, somebody gives them a prescription. And half the time it doesn't get filled.
Right. Yep. Right. That's exactly. So when we didn't always have this medication room years ago. If you remember when Publix used to do, prescriptions for free, we would give our patients a prescription and send them to Publix. Well, our patients can't afford to shop at Publix. Yeah, well, they can't get there, and that's not where they do their regular shopping. So it didn't make sense for them to make this special trip to go to someplace. Right. So we realized that, and we brought the medications in-house. So now our patients can get their medications. They can get their refills. They can call ahead, so they can come in and pick them up. They don't have to sit and wait.
It's a big deal.
And just to tell you the volume, we filled just under 45,000 prescriptions last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge.
It's huge.
But like I say, it's so important because if it's hard for them to get the prescription,
they're not going to get it.
Right.
They're not going to get it.
They're not going to get it. They're not going to take it.
They can't afford it.
Yeah.
And if they don't take their meds, they're not going to get well.
Right.
And if you have everything in one house, when the pharmacist can say, maybe we don't need that one anymore, because what happens.
Sure.
We get a prescription from here, we get a prescription from there, and we're taking more meds than we need to take. And half of them aren't working, or they're just giving us side effects. So if you have one place where it's being monitored.
Right. And that's part of our whole onboarding thing too. We're called a clinic, but you can't just walk in off the street and get treated. You have to go through the process. Yeah. So we get your records, we look at everything that you're taking, and, we call ourselves one-stop care, because you can get it all there, and it's all in one place, and we can get a picture of everything that's going on in your life that's, contributing to what's happening with you.
Yeah.
So it makes a huge difference.
That's wonderful.
All right. Right now it's time to hear from our wonderful partners, so don't go away. We'll be right back on Connecting Caregivers Radio.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Choosing the right chiropractor is an important choice to make. Located in Seminole, the Alexander Spine Center team is trained on the latest chiropractic treatments and technologies. At Alexander Spine Center, you'll find chiropractic and physical therapy care that is safe, effective, and a natural approach to pain and other health-related issues. Chiropractic unlocks your body's potential and natural healing process to ensure your life is a healthy life. We treat clients from the womb to the tomb. Call 727-397-3000 for a free consultation today, or visit our website at www.alexanderspinecenter.com.
They take good care of me twice a week, so check them out.
Arden Courts is not just a place to live. It's a place to call home. Residential living combined with quality caregiving. This is the philosophy behind Arden Courts. Communities created exclusively for individuals with Alzheimer's disease and related dementia who would benefit from a safe and structured environment. For additional information about any of the unique services Arden Courts provides, call 888-478-2410 to locate a community nearest you. Inquire about our educational seminars, resource library, or support groups, or simply feel free to ask questions you may have about Alzheimer's and related dementias. At Arden Courts, we know, we understand, and we can help because memory care is all we do. Remember, call 888-478-2410 for additional information about any of the unique services Arden Courts provides.
We believe the power of the human body and mind can do amazing things, and that tapping into that power, not just tricking it with a temporary disguise, is possible. Superpatch technology uses a special pattern and vibrotactile technology to help you go from feeling blah to hurrah. Now, once the Superpatch is in contact with your skin, it triggers a neutral response in the brainstem that helps you tackle your daily problems head on. Whether you're struggling with pain, balance, stress, or focus, we have a solution that might be right for you. With Superpatch's 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Hi, this is Linda Burhans, the gal who cares for the caregivers. I started using the Liberty Patch over 3 years ago. I used to be a tripper, but since wearing the Liberty Patch, I haven't tripped once. The Liberty Patch is proven to reduce the risk of falling by up to 8 times. And as we all know, if you prevent the fall, you prevent the call. Don't wait until it's too late. Preventative solutions are the answer.
Superpatch does not claim to diagnose, treat, or cure illness. Superpatch is FDA registered. To receive 25% off your first order, go to sticktoit.info. That's sticktoit.info and learn more.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
And we're back. I'm so glad that Tony and Maria were here today. What's the last thing you would like our audience to hear?
Well, we mentioned our Martinis Matisse coming up on the 24th. That's just right around the corner. But we do have our second largest fundraiser, and that is our annual golf tournament. This year, we're celebrating our 25th year for the golf tournament, and it's going to be held on May 18th, which is a Monday, and it's at Innisbrook at the Copperhead course. So golfers know what
That's a nice
yeah,
place.
it's a very nice course. And it, you don't have to be a golfer to be involved. I mean, obviously a golfer to play, but if you have a product or service that you can donate for prizes or giveaways, we welcome that as well. And we're always looking for volunteers to help us with the event.
Okay,
too.
okay.
So, and all the information will be up on our website,
Which is?
clearwaterfreeclinic.org.
.org. Tony?
I would just like to again thank my staff and the volunteers that make this place such a special place.
Yeah.
If you are uninsured and low income, please look us up, come see us. We'll take care of you.
Takes a village.
Yeah, absolutely.
Takes a village. So we have some events coming up. We have a seminar at Arden Courts in Seminole with Dr. Bernstein. He's been on the show before. Taking action with your health, steps for a better you. He'll be in Seminole on January 21st at 10:30, and he will be in Palm Harbor on March 13th at 10:30. So for Seminole, you can RSVP to 727-542-0495, or in Palm Harbor, it's 771-1600. All the information will be on my show. Most important thing, I think, is get into a support group. I can't tell you how much it means to be surrounded by people that are in the same boat as you, to be able to talk about stuff you couldn't talk to about anybody else, to find out about resources. I mean, last support group, we had a whole conversation about who's the best neurologist. That's a good conversation to have because it's from people that have actually experienced it. And people come back to the support groups after their loved one passes away because they want to share information with you and they want to help you. There's also Karen Truman does a support group at Aravilla, January 13th. No, that's past. So it's probably the second Tuesday of every month.
Good.
And then the Inn of Freedom Square. There's also a Memory Cafe now at the Seminole Recreation Center. A Memory Cafe is kind of interesting because you get to bring your loved one with you. So they do crafts together, they have conversations together, all different things. What I must repeat, if you come to my support group at Arden Courts the second Friday of every month, you can also bring your loved one and have respite care at the same time. So your loved one will go into another room and have some music or whatever and entertainment while you can come to the support group. It also gives your loved one an opportunity to see and for you to see how maybe they'll react in a place. So there's a lot of good stuff about it. So I'm so glad you tuned in today. You know how much I appreciate you. Go to the website, nominate a caregiver for the caregiver contest. Go to lindaburhans.com. Next virtual conference is May 5th, 6th, and 7th. I'm just starting to get the speakers in, and I'll let you all know soon. Remember, God loves you all the time, and have a delicious day.